How to plot large datasets on Python line graphs. If you are looking to plot large datasets on line graphs using Python, you may be wondering how to do this effectively. Let's break down the steps to make your visualizations clear and efficient. When you start with line graphs in Python, one of the most popular libraries is Matplotlib. This tool allows you to create basic plots easily. You can use the command plot followed by your x and y data points. For instance, if you want to plot a sine wave, you can do this with just a few lines of code. However, when your dataset grows to millions of points, things can get tricky. Plotting all those points at once can slow down rendering and make your graph look cluttered. To manage this, you can use several techniques. First, consider data reduction. This means you can downsample your data by selecting every nth point. This keeps the overall shape of your data while speeding up the plotting process. Another method is aggregation. Here, you summarize your data within specific intervals, like taking the average or maximum values for a time window. This reduces the number of points you need to plot, making your graph cleaner. You can also use windowing, where you only display a portion of the data at a time. This way, users can interact with the plot without being overwhelmed by too much information. Next, think about using efficient libraries designed for large data visualization. Libraries like Bokeh or Plotly are great options. They support interactive plots and can handle dynamic data loading, which is essential for large datasets. You might also want to look into specialized rendering techniques, such as OpenGL-based renderers, which can speed up the drawing of many points. Interactive plotting strategies can also help. For example, you can implement dynamic loading, where only a subset of data points is drawn initially. As users zoom or pan, more data can be loaded on demand. Adding sliders or controls can also help users navigate through different segments of data without plotting everything at once. When you are ready to implement this in Python, Matplotlib allows you to create subplots to organize multiple graphs. You can control the figure size to improve readability. Using NumPy can also be beneficial for generating or manipulating large arrays of data before plotting. For extremely large datasets, combining Matplotlib with data reduction techniques or switching to interactive libraries like Bokeh can be very effective. Lastly, clarity in your visualization is key. Avoid plotting markers for every point in large datasets. Instead, use lines to keep things simple. Customize line styles and colors to clearly distinguish between different data series. Adding titles, axis labels, and legends will also help make your graph understandable. In summary, plotting large datasets on Python line graphs involves balancing performance and clarity. Start with basic plotting techniques, then apply data reduction, efficient rendering, and interactivity to effectively manage large-scale data. This way, you can visualize important patterns without overwhelming your viewers or your computer's resources.